Hello, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Rayanne, and we're going to be interviewing Logan right here.
Hi.
Yeah, that's him, with special guest Max, who we interviewed before. If you're a regular listener, all right. So this is an exciting interview. So we're going to get right into it. So Logan,
Yes.
are you planning on making original music?
I am. I'm recording my first album right now, which I'm super excited about.
Really?
Yes.
Max, ask your question then. Perfect segue.
Dude, you have like the best segues. If so, any clue when some of that will ever come out? Like a good beat.
So we've been recording for the past few months now, and we just got like 3/4 of the drums like tracked out and mapped out and all that stuff. And I hope that will be done this summer, so I can put out a single then, and then another one in the fall, and then hopefully the album will be out in the winter.
That's so exciting.
So yeah.
I'm going to stream it, definitely.
Thank you.
All right. So regarding like your new album and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
what is your writing process?
Well, I usually just sit down at whatever, yep, that's a word. Whatever instrument I feel like playing it on, if I'm feeling in the mood for some sad piano stuff, then I'll just sit there and play some jazzy chords until I'm like, well, I don't know how to play jazzy chords, so let's make this simple. And, I just basically come up with some chords and then mumble over it, like melodies that I think will sound nice, and then turn that into a sentence. Or sometimes I will do I'll do the lyrics first, and then try to make it fit syllabically with the melody that I have.
Wait, so which would you say you mostly do more? Write the melody or the lyrics first?
Definitely the music first. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like most people write the lyrics first, right?
I don't know.
No, either.
Yeah. What inspires like your what?
Nothing. Continue.
What inspires your lyrics?
People mostly. I write a lot about my friends. Like if I see they're feeling down or something, I'll be like, "Ooh, I want to write from that perspective. Let's see how sad I can get," because I tend to write a lot of sad stuff.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's wholesome, but in a bad way.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
It's interesting, that's for sure.
I tried to write.
Speaking of inspiration.
Oh yeah.
All right. Speaking of inspiration, what artist or like bands or whatever like that would you say are your biggest inspiration?
I've been listening to a lot of Oasis lately, surprisingly, and I love them. I don't care. Everyone only knows Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova, but they've got such a good catalog. Like, I love Columbia. I love Do You Know What I Mean? And I mean, like, a lot of the stuff that I listened to when I was first like starting to write was Death Cab for Cutie. So they've definitely had a big impact on like how I write stuff.
Now I need to listen to both of those bands. Thank you.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff if you ever need recommendations.
I might take you up on that offer one day.
Sweet.
All right.
What is your recording process? Like instruments and getting it all put together and stuff.
So if it's just me, I'll usually sit down just with the guitar and turn the camera on and do a one take. Or if I'm feeling fancy, I'll, track everything out separately. I only use Audacity when I record myself. So it's not the best quality out there. But when I'm like doing the studio work and stuff, I go into my friend's garage and we use Pro Tools, and he knows all the fancy recording stuff. I just play the instruments and sing the songs.
I mean, I listened to your two songs on Spotify, and they sound really professional. So I think it works out pretty well.
Yeah, that's from the garage and Pro Tools and knowing what we're doing.
Sick.
So, garages are where a lot of bands start out. So
yeah, it's fun in there. I love recording.
We've already touched up on this topic a little bit, but I was gonna ask, do you play any instruments? We know that, but what instruments do you play is a better question.
I started on piano and just fumbled around on there until I got to a point where I could fake sounding decent. And then I picked up the guitar, and my dad taught me a few chords, and I just taught myself the rest. And then since I picked up like mandolin, ukulele, I took band in middle school and played clarinet then.
That's actually really cool. That you like know, like. So you keep cutting off.
I'm trying my best here to not.
What were you saying though?
I was saying, we're gonna hear any clarinet in the new. We're gonna hear clarinet solos.
I've only recorded it one time so far in a cover I did a few years ago for a friend's song. I mean, if I can incorporate it again somehow, I might just do that. I don't know.
That would be amazing.
It'd be cool to break it out again, especially since, in my friend's garage we have all this fancy equipment, and recording clarinet with a Neumann U87 would be pretty nice.
I mean, I'd love to hear it, honestly.
Yeah.
Clarinet solos in the new Logan project.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
How long have you been playing music? How long have you been playing and making stuff?
Let's see. I started piano ever since I can remember, and then guitar was like middle school, so like 6, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Thinking really hard.
I don't know. I guess I've been playing guitar like 8 or 9 years, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. One of those numbers. That's a lot of numbers there. It's hard to figure it out, but
Close enough.
yeah.
Of the 15 you mentioned.
And then clarinet was definitely 6th grade because band nerd stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired you to start making your music?
I think I stream music on Twitch, and seeing a lot of the talented people on there, it made me want to get better because I was not the most confident singer, and I still am definitely not. I'm horrified.
That's fine.
But like seeing how good.
That's very valid.
Yeah, like all these people who like you can meet through the internet, just seeing them play music and being like, wow, I want to get as good as them.
Yeah.
I think it was just mainly that.
Really nice. I like that a lot.
Going off some of the band stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Going off some of the band stuff. Have you been to many concerts? Like,
Oh yeah.
what was your favorite one?
Let's see. My favorite concert that I've ever been to? I went to a Foo Fighters concert on November 11th, 2011 in Washington, D.C. And, that's like near where Dave was born and all that. So that concert was amazing. They played for hours, and then they just came out and played like 4 or 5 more after. It was
That's so cool.
legendary.
If you had to choose, here, let me give you a little challenge. Give us 3 of your favorite concerts.
Oh, 3.
If that was number 1, then give me 2 and 3.
Well, I've seen Catfish and the Bottlemen a few times.
Catfish and the Bottlemen are sick.
Yes, they are. I love them so much.
Okay.
And they're incredible live. Like, oh my god, their guitar tones just sound so good. And whew. And then a third one, I guess. I went to a Ben Folds show one time, and he improvises a new song like every show. I don't know if it's every show, but I know it's a lot
really
of them.
interesting.
And it's really cool because when I saw it, it was hilarious because the chime player didn't know when to play, and he was like about to hit it, and then he was like, he hesitated and didn't. He's like,
No.
Do I do this?
Ooh, secondhand embarrassment for that person.
Yeah.
My man.
Okay, so away from the concerts.
Yeah.
What song would you say is your favorite to like do a cover of?
Oh, covering songs. I like doing that. See, a thing about that too with me is I always get worried someone else will get tired of hearing me doing the same songs over and over, even though I won't get tired of it. But like a favorite recently, I've been playing this one nonstop. Is "Still Feel" by Half Alive. I love
I
that
love
song.
Half Alive.
Yes!
Oh my god.
So good. Oh my gosh, I listened to that song like maybe 30 times when it first came out.
Honestly, I'd love to hear it. Just saying, like.
I mean, you can come by stream. I might be streaming tonight if you want to come by.
Ooh.
Your
At the
voice
end, you
is
will definitely be able to plug. So
Cool.
At the end, we'll get to that.
I'm terrible at that, but yeah.
Are you planning on making any more covers of songs?
I gotta hit Grant up about this. He's the dude I record with, the genius. We're planning on hopefully putting another one up next year, or not next year. Wow, that's a long time. Next month.
Ooh, next month?
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to.
He did some
Like an
insane
date
guitar
planned,
work.
or is it just kind of up in the air?
Yeah, can we get a little bit more details out there?
I'm hoping April 17th. Which it's a John Mayer cover. I don't want to spoil what song.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was really fun to do that.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's I'm excited now. Okay, so what would you say is your like taste in music?
Disgusting. I mean, taste in music. I've heard a lot more people saying this lately, but I like a lot of everything. Like, I love indie alternative stuff. I love rocky stuff. I love poppy stuff, depending on how cheesy we're going. Like, if we're talking Charlie Puth, that dude writes some groovy tunes. But like, yeah.
That is true.
I listen to everything. I mean, yesterday I went from like listening to Audio Slave to listening to Mika, which is like, those are completely different, and like I love them both.
What if I peg you as a Slipknot fan?
Slipknot's interesting. I don't know what to say on them. They're a little scary, but
Me and Max sitting over here listening to straight up metal.
Well, personally, I do like Slipknot a lot.
I do too.
I know Rain likes Ice Nine Kills, and they want me to get into them.
have not heard of
Listen
them.
to so much metal core specifically.
Okay, nice.
I highly
Very
recommend Ice Nine Kills, by the way, just saying.
What are they called again?
Ice Nine Kills.
Ice Nine
Great
Kills.
core metalcore band,
Okay.
or themed or stuff.
Wow,
At Spencer Charnes, please let me interview you.
Hit us up. Your songs
okay.
are like a slap in the face the first time you listen. So
Okay, I'll brace for
They
impact
are!
when I listen to them.
Okay. If you listen to the Silver Scream and you like horror movies, then they're your kind of people. Okay, so
Okay.
let's get back on track. It's your turn, Max.
okay. If you could only listen to one song, like either just for a day or like for the rest of your life, like maybe one of those two.
Which
Which
the
would it
rest
be?
of your life.
Oh man, that's a while.
The rest of your
There's a lot
Yeah,
at stake, okay?
there's so many good songs. Oh man, there's too many good ones. One song. How do I narrow it down?
song, bro.
I like music too
Okay,
much.
fine. 3 songs. You get 3.
Oh, yes! Woo! Thank goodness.
Better.
Okay, I guess maybe I never get tired of Do You Know What I Mean by Oasis. Mainly the 2016 redone version that Noel Gallagher put up because there were like way too many guitars and he took a lot of the overdubs out and all that stuff. But that one, if I'm needing something to groove to, probably Still Feel. And then
Such a good song.
yeah, it really is. I need something. I need something sad. What's a good sad song?
You need one sad song.
Yeah, to balance it out.
I got I'm a big fan of modern baseball, so I got like a bunch of sad songs.
Oh, I need to listen to them. I've heard of them.
They're my favorite band of all time.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
definitely gonna have to
On
check
God.
them out.
And that's one job.
Okay, I got it. My favorite song, freaking "Carry You" by Novo Omar.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's
that's a
valid.
good one.
Yeah, I love that song. It's like it's so different. Like it's so chill. And I love how that one part, like it seems like it's slowing down and dropping off, and then it just rises back up, and it's like, hey, I'm in your face again.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That is a good list. I
Thank
will
you.
say.
I would say.
Ooh, we have a tradition of asking this question.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Oh, my last meal. I love
Yeah.
food too, as much as music. I guess I'd say chicken teriyaki with some lobster in there.
Ooh, fancy.
Maybe some steak too. Yeah, I'd want a lot of food.
Nice.
Do you have a specific drink?
Oh, a drink. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. I don't drink a lot of soda, but since it's death row, might as well live it up before dying it up. 4/5 vanilla Barks root beer, and
Oh
then
God, it's a mix.
1/5 cherry Dr. Pepper on top.
Oh
Damn.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, got
You
taste.
mix it up with a spoon too.
No, I haven't done that before. Does that help?
I don't know. I don't mix stuff.
Oh.
I think you just pour it into one drink.
Alright.
And there you go. Or one cup. Oh no, this isn't the last question, but this is the second to last question, if I believe so.
Well, it is usually our last question. I will say that it is also another tradition. It is probably our most important question ever.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Logan, I need your full attention.
I've got you.
What is your favorite color?
True.
Well, Max, my favorite color, if I had to, narrow it down to one again, because it's always so hard. Phthalo blue.
That's
good.
very
No,
specific.
good answer.
I've been
Okay.
prepared for this question for whoever asks.
Very good question.
Yeah.
Or not a very good answer.
Very
Thank you.
That was definitely our most important question of the podcast, honestly.
Absolutely.
What?
So, all right. So we do this thing. I'm gonna announce it on the podcast too, just in case. So we like to do this thing where we ask the person we interviewed last to get a question for who we're gonna interview next.
Cool.
I didn't explain that well, but we got a question from Brooke.
Mhm.
You know her,
I do.
who we interviewed last.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "For what in your life do you feel most grateful for, and why?"
Oh boy, Thanksgiving.
Welcome to Thanksgiving.
For what in my life? Grateful. I guess this sounds weird and maybe narcissistic, hopefully not, but I like my creativity. Like, I love, music, obviously, but like being able to create that and like taking like nothing and then making something is like, that's such a cool like idea to me. Like, I don't know. Just putting all these
That's
pieces
good.
together is really cool.
Once you like really look at it, it's kind of a cool idea. Just taking absolutely nothing and then making something out of it.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you only get like 12 notes and then semitones if you're a weirdo. And it's like, gosh, what can I make with this? I feel like the people who know all the music theory, I wonder what goes through their minds of...
Oh God, I'm sitting over here knowing how to read music.
Oh, yeah, I have no
You're the
idea.
only one. I don't know.
Don't either, Max? Oh God.
I don't understand that stuff in the slightest.
I took piano for 7 years and I forgot every single like theory thing.
Oh,
I forgot
jeez.
everything, except for maybe some things, but most of it I could maybe like learn it again. But that would
Okay, it's like a whole
like
other
actual,
language.
like
honestly.
do
Yeah, it definitely is.
is
It's
moving.
it was hard at first, but it gets easier, guys. If you ever want to learn it.
Will you teach us your ways?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be a tutor.
Sweet. I might need that.
please.
Right. We're rolling around to the end of the podcast. So first of all, Logan, do you have anything you'd like to plug? Because you mentioned a Twitch.
I hate plugging things.
How about you,
have
bro?
to if you don't want
Do
to.
whatever.
All the spotlight.
Oh god. I recently joined Spotify. Put some covers on there. It's my whole name. Which, yeah.
I'll be in the title, so don't worry.
Cool, yeah. And then it's just Pickle Socks with K's instead of C's and an underscore in between on everything else. So yeah.
Great, thank you. I will follow you on Twitch, 100%.
Thank you.
Okay, so this has been the Good Noise Podcast. This has been the Good Noise Podcast. We just interviewed Logan.
Hi.
Yeah.
I mean, bye.
I'm Marianne. And that over there is our special guest, Max.
I'm pointing. You can't see me, but I'm pointing.
Yeah, I'm also pointing.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Sure,
And that's all.